All right. Hello, my friends. We are back here today to do a reaction to My Opinion by Old Man Kid. So yeah, it was it was interesting. This is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to go too deep into the technicals of it. I don't think that was the intention of the video to begin with. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. But let's take a look at it, huh? Shall we?
We used to have a campfire, everybody knew the vibe. Built around an AI bro who brought ideas to life. Never asked to be the boss, never wanted the crown. We built it around his name and watched it all burn down. We made him the cornerstone, put the weight on his name, then blamed the foundation when we couldn't agree on the frame. Kept the name, kept the look, kept pretending it was whole. But you can't rebuild a home when you've already split the soul. I was there from the start, watched the blueprint get drawn, watched the mods put in work before the spotlight was on. Never asked for a favor, never wanted to claim. Just hope the work I put in wouldn't disappear without my name. Now the crew split up, everybody picked a side. Same old usernames, but a different vibe. Watch bridges get torched, why they called it growth. Funny how the closest people break apart the most. Still I can't understand why the old wars never cease. Why a feud from yesterday can't just be left in peace.
Well, yeah, why the feud from yesterday can't be left in peace. I would imagine probably every community, well, not every community, but I imagine there's probably people in the background that would like to stoke this kind of stuff and keep it going for whatever reason, boredom. They enjoy the drama, stuff like that. You know, there's just people that like to fan the flames, and I don't know who it is, or it's just speculation for me, but I mean, I've been around a while, and I'm not just talking about this community. I'm talking about in general. And, there's always people like that. And, are there people like that in this community? Yeah, probably.
Wasn't in the battle, I don't know what's still old. Why every buried grievance needs another episode. If it ain't got shit to do with me, I'll leave it where it lies. I can shake a hand with either side without picking sides, but every door's got a lock and hoops you need to jump through. Every come join us invite forgets the ones who joined you. I ain't stirred.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah, forgets the ones who joined you. Yeah, that's true enough. I mean, having friends not welcome to places that I might want to go, it definitely gives me pause. Makes me reconsider, and a lot of times it makes me retreat. I've got one or two friends that are welcome in specific places, and it's kind of tough because then I feel like not betrayal, but I don't feel like I'm betraying, but I don't know, it feels bad, like to go hang out someplace where like maybe one of my friends isn't welcome. So
Up drama just to hear my own name. I just want to know somebody's feeling what I made.
well, yeah, one more time here, I'm sorry. Yeah, feeling what I made. I mean, really, what's the answer to that, right? I mean, people don't really appreciate the work, that others are doing, when others are doing the same thing, very often, if I'm creating videos and X person's creating videos and Y person's creating videos, it's not, unless they're friends, they don't really appreciate the work of others. It's weird to me. It's really weird to me. I mean, yeah, especially with the guys, I find that even stranger. I mean, with the women in this space, yeah, it's pretty rare that they lift each other up, because they kind of see followers and subs as resources, and, but I mean, with the guys, I always figure like the guys I watch tend to kind of pick each other and lift each other up. Um, and even in this space, I don't see it. With everybody, there's creators that get left to the side. They don't get reacted to, and stuff like that. It's pretty messed up. It is what it is. It's a popularity contest. It's like being back in high school again. Oh.
Circle feels like a lock gate. Watching all the same faces celebrate. I ain't asking for a crown, I ain't asking for a seat. Just get to work a little room and let the work speak. If the fire's still burning, I don't care who gets the flame. I just wanna find somewhere that remembers my name. I was boosting their movement before the movement had motion. Gave them room to grow when nobody showed devotion. Put faith in the vision when nobody viewed it. Now they view my position like I never contributed.
Ha! Never contributed. I feel that, but you know what? I'm going to save that for after. But, I feel that.
From a signal before the signal got strong. Put their faces in the mix when the audience was gone. I wasn't keeping score, wasn't looking for payment. Thought lifting each other.
Yeah, it's kind of funny just seeing the people in the background, and we'll see.
Up was the point of engagement, then the tables turn, and suddenly I'm out the frame. How does a helping hand can turn into a forgotten name? Feature after feature, everybody gets the shine. Funny how the light seems brighter when it isn't mine. Some say it's fake and gay to want a cameo, but they still get a feature in every video. It's desperate when I ask for the same opportunity. I guess success changes the rules of communities.
Well, hey man. You know me. You know me. I got you. How many times have I put you in a video? 4. 3 of mine, and then the one with that I did with Wales paint. So you got a cameo from me, buddy. You got a cameo from me.
Supposed to be a family, supposed to lift each other up, not feature sort of famous streamers, cause you're swinging from they nuts. We're supposed to build each other, give each other a hand, not chase every big name just because they got a brand. I ain't terminally online, I got a life I maintain, still creating after work, still pushing through the strain, watching younger accounts blow up overnight, while I'm clawing and scraping through the follower fight. I'm a
Oh man, yeah. Well, more on that after as well. Because honestly, most of this stuff I moved past already. Or at least I thought I did. But this kind of stuff resurfaces, and it is what it is. But yeah.
Grown ass man, I got responsibilities. Do even know how fucking long it takes to make just one of these? They see the finished product, they craving the clout. Just wanna reap the fruit, fuck who planted the sprout. Yeah, I know it's jealousy, that's a dangerous place. Watching somebody pass you while you running your race when somebody.
Ha ha ha. Well, kudos for using the word jealousy correctly. And the amount of people that don't know the difference between jealousy and envy is kind of scary. They'll use jealousy when the word they're supposed to use is envy. Very often, but in this case, that is correct. Jealousy is exactly the right word.
Copies my style, I should take it as praise. They saw a spark in the dark and decided to steal some rays. It's hard to watch somebody glow when you stuck in the shade, knowing half the things they show came from choices that you made. Still, I can't hate the player just because they learned the game. If they took some from my fire, then I guess I left the flame.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind I've done a few things that other people have picked up. I kind of like it. It is weird, I guess. I guess it depends where you're coming from. I mean, when you're pissed off, then yeah, it feels more like theft than a tribute, or you know what I mean? Yeah, I get it. But I like it. Like for instance, Insidious did the little clip there at the end with the what the hell have I gotten into? And because I a couple videos I put like little clips on the end. I think it's fun. So I kind of thought it was pretty neat that Insidious did that. I thought it was pretty awesome. So it depends on where you're coming from, but when you're in a place of anger like this, then it feels less like flattery and more like just theft. Because it's like, they're doing what you're doing, but they're also at the same point like not appreciating you or anything that you've done. You know what I mean? So like with Insidious is um like an embarrassing amount of praise, probably more than I deserve. But you know what I mean? So it was like, it was just a whole different thing, you know? And yeah, there are a number of things that I've done over, a few months, and, a bunch of my stuff was crap, but there were different things that I introduced that nobody had done before. And, I've seen them start to get used later on, and it's fine. It's cool. It doesn't bother me, really. Because, but I also, I guess I'm also coming from a different place because I'm not only create, but also react. So, I mean, if I'm going to react to videos, I'd like them to be entertaining, right? So, if I'm sitting there trying to keep myself awake, then that's no good. So, oh, different place. Anyway, let's continue. I'm sorry.
Whether it's the pot of Sky Net or even Novi's Manor, I just wanna find the people who think the shit I make matters. Not looking for a kingdom, not trying to run a show, just somewhere I can build with people happy to see me grow. I miss the old.
Yeah, the whole stuff you make matters. Uh, you know, it matters. I mean, that shit hadn't happened to me with my meds for a few months. My channel probably would have had at least 50 reaction videos or more. But funny enough, I'm pretty sure I have a stream video somewhere with my reaction to Old Man Ted. I should try to dig it up and see if it's worth clipping or if it's like really bad. It's either that, because I know I reacted to it, so it's either on the stream or I recorded it and it sucked and it's just sitting there in a folder, never posted with the intention to redo it. Because that's happened a few times. I've done reaction videos and I've watched it back and I'm like, oh my God, that sucks. I just don't upload it. And, when you go through like that whole process of doing a reaction, you just, and then it sucks. You just don't want to sit down and do it again, you know? Yeah, it's crazy. Looking at all these people, that's too funny. I see me with Eustace over there. Yeah. Very funny, very cute, very old school. All right. Anyway, let's continue. I know I'm talking a lot, but I kind of knew I was going to because I knew that like this one was kind of a little bit of a punch in the gut. Bringing up stuff that I bury because I bury these things. Yeah, every once in a while they kind of spill out on X. Oh, I try not to do that. I try to keep this stuff buried.
Structure, but I still see the name, so I still rock with the people who remember the flame. I'm not here to pick a side in somebody else's war. I got enough shit on my plate with keeping someone else's score. They can keep the foundation, keep the walls that they built, keep rewriting the story, keep repainting the guilt. I got my own fire, I rebuild from the ashes with the people who value the work and respect the passion. The campfire ain't the banner, it's the people around it. And a home ain't the walls, it's the ones who have found it. The fire ain't dead just because the old flame changed. I'll build something better with the ones who remain, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And I'm sure my mood a few weeks ago, some people were probably confused, other people were probably like, oh, there she goes again. And yeah, I did play it off as myself overreacting, but there was a little bit of intention behind it as well. And he kind of touched on that. That's why I retreated to my own server. I left everything. Because number one, I didn't want to be in the middle of it. I just kept seeing these battles with no resolution. So yeah, I didn't want to be in the middle of it. I didn't know who to trust. I have my own problems with a particular server, and not really even a particular server, just like two people in it. But, so, I retreated, but I grabbed a handful of people, a handful of people that I trust and I like. Um, and, we retreated to my server. We created stuff. We talked together. Um, and I started to learn to trust people again. I started bringing in more people. Um, there's going to come a point where, I'll probably open it up a little bit more. But I am still going to be selective. And the selective piece isn't like judgment of character or like, worthy or not worthy type of thing. It's just, you know, are, the selectiveness is, are you or is the person capable of not being part of the drama? You know what I mean? Because I don't want it. That's, my server or our server, Velvet Inferno, that is kind of like the safe place, And we talk about stuff, we make stupid memes, we act like retards, and, there's never drama. We might bitch a little bit about one thing or another for, like 5 minutes or so, but that's about it. I don't have to worry that somebody's going to screenshot chats and, spread it around or anything like that. So, yeah, that's, like he said, just kind of rebuilding the flames or whatever. I can't believe I didn't have this on. I heard dead just because the old flame changed.
The old flame changed. I'll build something better with the ones who.
Exactly. Build something better with the ones who remain. And that's just it. There are people, that don't have that ego, that just, they want to create. And maybe they don't even want to create videos, or maybe they just gen images. Right? I mean, yeah, I prod my guys in my server. I want to see them do more than just gen images, but at the same point, I'm not gonna just wire them to death if they don't want to do it. And that's fine. We can just, sit in the general channel and, post stupid memes of each other all day. And it's fun. Whatever. I want to surround myself with good people because anyway, let me get. Yeah.
Remain, yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. You are welcome. I deliberately didn't like it, but yeah, it's funny. So this is I wrote stuff down because this is the kind of part where, like I don't want to completely roast my career. You know what I mean? But at the same token, actually, there was one part here. There, let me see.
My name. I was boosting their movement before the movement had motion. Gave them room to grow when nobody showed devotion. Put faith in the vision when nobody viewed it. Now they view my position like I never contributed. Gave them a signal.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, like, I might not be the real OG, but I'm close. I started in February. Funny enough, I saw Leaflet's video where it first came out, right? So that was my introduction. Actually, wasn't Skybros at all. It was Leaflet. It was put him in a box. I'm like, oh damn, that's really cool. And I decided at that point, that I really wanted to do that too. And I guess what happened is I watched that video so many times that eventually YouTube recommended Skybros to me. So yeah, I didn't know who Skybros was. And at that time I didn't know who I wanted to be. I didn't know what I wanted to be. My original channel was just going to be, reacting to scary videos and, like the doorbell videos and stuff like that. And, play horror games. But I wasn't sure. So I created the second channel, Unfiltered. And I thought politics, right? So that's, the politics Unfiltered. But it didn't vibe with me. Like, who wants to be angry all the time? Right? Like, I'll do politics once in a while. I am probably actually gonna. There's a Rev video I'm probably gonna react to just because it's a topic that's of interest to me, but I'm not gonna do it a lot. Um, but yeah, I mean, who wants to be angry all the time? Yeah, I guess there's a few out there for sure that do. But anyway, yeah. So Skybrows popped up in my feed, and I watched a couple of videos. I'm like, oh, this is kind of neat. Crybrows came out. And like I said, I didn't know who I wanted to be yet. So I did a reaction to Crybrows. Didn't know a lot about it. Um, and like I guess people later that realize, oh, if I react to Skybrows, I get, noticed kind of thing. I had no freaking clue. I had no clue. I had 9 followers. I've said this multiple times. That I was probably, my plan was to just stream for a few months. Maybe get 20 followers if I'm lucky. Check off that little item on the bucket list, being a VTuber, and then move on to something else. Suddenly I'm perceived, right? Suddenly, in 24 hours, I've gone from 19 followers to 450. I was perceived, I believed I was part of the community, you know? But, honestly, it took one AI video to realize that wasn't 100% true. Still, I felt like, canceled got, more recognition than it deserved because it was hot garbage. But, gonna be a VTuber, I felt like that was my leap, you know? But yeah, it was kind of crazy, because it was like 4.4K between the original and the repaired. Yeah, and I really I thought, oh my God, I am part of this community now. And I was so excited. So that first video canceled. I was trying to cameo as many people as I can, like Griffin Knight, Chirl, Keen, Silas, Gaming Syndicate, Eustace, Lord Intellectual, Ember, Mags Noctis. Yeah, see, nobody knew who Mags Noctis was back then. Malice, Otaku, Base Catnip, Lusty Lynx, Mummy, Counterintelligent, Sky himself, Mavlock, Simply John. There's a name, huh? Psychro and Mizuki, right? Yeah, and I was feeling it. I figured, like I said, wow, I'm part of this amazing community. And that was my first lesson right there. I mean, who actually even, bothered to note that I did it, right? Cheryl? No. Keen? No. Silas? Maybe. Yeah, I think Silas did, actually. Lord Intellectual? Hell no. Ember? No. Nags did. Otaku did. I think Mummy did. I don't think Lynx did. Sky definitely didn't. I don't blame him. It was crap. And yeah, even Mizuki, she actually acknowledged it. I think it was more of a complaint because I kind of transformed her into a full fox. But yeah, so it was kind of more of a complaint. And like I had alluded to, naturally, my video didn't make it to her react list, even though every single other video created around me did. But I learned fast, right? I learned, number one, that the women in the community were not going to acknowledge or react to my videos. And then I learned a bunch of the guys they just blew me off too. So that whole little love fest that happened the very first day I posted my reaction to Crybrows, that was all bullshit. That all went away. This is what it is, right? And for months I kind of went on and off, and sometimes it hurt, sometimes it didn't, but yeah. But I mean, yeah. And what are you gonna do? But another part of the line that he was talking about was this whole, put each site hanging on these big streamers nuts kind of thing. Um, yeah, I mean, I think there was only one video where I actually really did put a big streamer in solely for the purpose of getting noticed, and it failed. It was monkey business. Um, yeah, that was kind of sad. I'm actually kind of embarrassed about that. It wasn't even that good of a video. Yeah. So I got a comment response from Banana saying monkey likes this, and that was it. Yeah. No reaction, no repost, nothing. Just monkey likes this. Um, the other ones, like, I liked putting Leaflet in my videos early on just because her model was fun. I wasn't trying to get noticed by her. I mean, even like Chud Apocalypse, that wasn't an attention grab. That was kind of like this is the state of streaming while on the right statement. I wasn't trying to get noticed at that point. Like I said, the monkey business was the only one that failed miserably. Never did that again. Yeah, so, and then, after the Chud Apocalypse, then it was funny because I guess Cinebeer kind of liked it, and like I was discussing on Discord with her about Velvet Inferno. She seemed kind of excited about it, right? And she even designed her own outfit for the video. But man, when I released it, crickets. Not a single word of acknowledgement, right? I mean, maybe she was annoyed about the whole Griffinite scene. I don't know. But I mean, if she was, she could have said, I really don't like that. And I hadn't had a lot of views. I would have taken it down and replaced the clip. But yeah, no, not a word. Not a single word of acknowledgement. I don't think I've spoken to her since. And you know what? That was the moment I decided I was done putting any people in my videos that do not give two shits about me. Now, honestly, it's been pretty liberating. It has been. But yeah, it is what it is. Now, the whole watching people run by you jealousy thing, that's human nature. You put in months of work, right? You learn slowly, you learn painfully. Some of the stuff you do is actually pretty good. Some of the stuff you do is crap. But you make these leaps, right? And then suddenly some new creator pops out, puts leaflet or powder in a video. They get noticed, they skyrocket. And, the next thing you know, they're in the comments of your videos, like, big blowing you. Like, really? Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, you're part of the Skybrows crew now? Oh, good for you. Yeah, so, this guy's kind of put you in his inner circle. Congratulations, Meanwhile, I put out like months worth of video and didn't even get recognized. Any of my work get recognized by him until I literally put out "You're Not a Skybro" video, right? Yeah, so it's just messed up because like he's one of the two people that made me want to do this. And yeah, it had bugged me, but I was finally perceived, and I was really happy. I was really excited. Like, finally, it took a while, but I was very excited about them, back to being ignored again. It doesn't matter what I put out, doesn't matter if I post on X or tag him or create a video or whatever. Never again. Whatever. Cool. Yeah, I'm leaving that in the past too. Why would I act like a kid that needs daddy's approval? You know what I mean? I don't. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep getting better. You know what? But I mean, tell me. You tell me. You think most of those videos that skyrocketed, let me ask you. Do you think those videos that skyrocketed are better than this 2-minute video that's gotten 255 views? Right? You watched it? Yeah. You tell me. Right? 255 views in 10 days. Yeah. You think these videos that got 7K, 10K views are better than this? Right, okay. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It is what it is, right? I mean, shit. I mean, even this one, right? For me, relatively good, 1.7K. Right, look at this scene.
But that's only one side. The other is softer and wild and free. I step across the divide.
Anybody ever do that? Anybody ever make an entire video of that? Chaining clip after clip after clip together? Right? No. So what are you gonna do? What can you do? There's nothing you can do. It's not about ability. Right? If it was about ability, Delta Wolf would be one of the most popular creators in this space. It's not about ability, it's a popularity contest. That's all it is. Whatever. It is whatever. But I mean, the whole point of all this is I feel this too. I was here early. I was here early. And the crazy thing is we have a reactor, who decides who is and who is not a Skybro. Spoiler alert, I am not in this reactor's eyes. And truly that is where that song actually came from, this one individual. It was kind of my way to vent without calling out anybody specifically. But I mean, this person called my friend, another creator, a Skybro adjacent. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, who are you to decide who is or who is not something? What have you contributed? But so yeah, I'm with Ked. I'll shake hands with whoever. I am not gonna pick a side. Like I said, I've got one server that maybe isn't happy with me right now. I'll say I don't give two shits about it. Because in the end, I present myself as real. Okay, you get what I am. You see what I am, right? I'm brilliant. I'm messy. I overreact. I spaz out, whatever. But I'm real, and I'm always real. I don't bullshit. I don't fuck around. I don't play games. So, it is what it is. But I mean, I'm gonna react to videos regardless of who it is. I'm not gonna pick and choose. I'm not gonna decide based on which server they're from. Even if they pissed me off, in the past, I'm still gonna react to their videos, Like, it's crazy to me how many people have agreed with the video that Ked just put out. But, the truth is, well, will they change anything? We'll see. I doubt it. But in the meantime, I'll give it another try. I dropped, one of my advanced prompts in a couple servers. Trying to, share a little of the things that I learned. Crickets. Absolute crickets. All right? Okay. And that's fine. I'll keep it to myself. I'm not going to go out of my way to help people that don't want it. Or whose egos are too large, to accept anything, that I have to teach or show. You put yourself above me, fine. You can think care about me. I don't care. Be whatever you want. Don't come in my comments and big bro me though, because nope, that's not gonna work. I put out videos that are fun most of the time. Could I create another amazing technical showcase? Could I do another video of things that people have never seen before? Absolutely. And I probably will soon, but I'm not going to do it every time. I'm going to have fun. I create videos that I feel like in a month I'm going to enjoy watching again. because, the early part, I was creating videos from what I felt like other people wanted to see. And I go back and I watch them and I don't enjoy them. Stuff I've done recently, I absolutely love it. I love it. I enjoy it. So, like I said, and again, I don't hold resentments. I don't care. I don't, I could be pissed off at everybody, but, I got stuff I want to do. Like Kat said, I got a job, I got a life, I got things I want to do. I've got friends. Um, I'm too busy to be angry. There's VTubers and reactors and creators that just like thrive on like being angry or like having some kind of conflict on X or in Discord or you look at their feed and it's just always like one battle after another after another. I'm like, oh my God. Like, come on. Is it this is how you're gonna build your community based off of anger? Yeah. Is that like your brilliant, you know, creator plan? Yeah, not me. Not me. Um, is what is. Um, but anyway, yeah, I kind of knew I was gonna ramble. 36 minutes. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care. Um, I said what I said. Um, you know, it's a good video. It was very meaningful. To me, and some of the cameos were kind of funny and cute. Um, yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. The whole swinging on your nuts thing, and then the whole people that don't give a shit about you. And I'm sure that was ironic because he threw like, um, these people and her, yeah, her too, as if you weren't aware that that was who I was alluding to about deciding who is and is not a sky bro. Yeah, there's a whatever. Virtual. I don't need you. I don't need any of this kind of BS. So, yeah. Anyway, well, good job, Karen. This is not the kind of reaction I wanted to put out for the first time for you, but it is what it is. And, I appreciate you having the bravery to put this out there. Um, and again, I guess it's easier when you don't really have a lot to lose. And, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I'm back to being a member of a bunch of different servers, but, do I really feel like I'm a part of any of them? Not yet. Am I going to try? Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe one of them, maybe two. We'll see. But I got my server, I got my people, and at the end of the day, that's okay. And if I put out a great video and it gets 255 views, then so be it. If I can come back to this, in a couple months and say, holy shit, look what I did. What did I do? Oh, this one right there. This beautiful accident right here, right? Yeah. Total accident. If I can come back to that in, a month and watch that total accident and be like, damn, that was amazing. And I'm happy. It's all good. All right, my friends, apologize for the rant, but I'm sure some of you enjoy it because for whatever crazy reason, some of you people actually like to hear me rant and ramble. God bless you. Glad I can be entertaining for you. Anyway, I will catch you at the next reaction where I am much more cheerful and much more positive. In the meantime, take it easy, take care, and see ya.